front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Ory, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in the hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hayward goes in, and he gets it to go.
Love watching Hayward fight through the contact. You see the improved strength working for him.
The Heat on offense. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Thanks, Kevin. He said when you're going against a team that can dominate like this one inside, you have to really play great help defense, communicate, and double team, but only when it makes sense. It's a little bit of a chess match, but it's a physical one, guys.
Thank you, David. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Here's none. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Adebayo with the bucket.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Excellent D that time from Jones. Robinson passes to Nunn. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Brown with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Smart misses. Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Olynyk. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Determining Brown's ceiling, I mean, how good of an outside shooter can he become? I mean, to me, that's the only question. But he may have already exceeded expectations.
Outside Dragic. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. They get it back. Crowder finds Dragic. Excellent D from Kanter.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Out of Wheeler High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked second in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Dragic with it, out-guarded by Smart. The pass to Olynyk. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Olynyk's got his first points of the night. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country, so, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Jason Tatum comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. For Boston, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And that one falls for Tatum. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Robinson against Smart. Right side Robinson over Tatum. That one a little long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Smart misses.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Kicks to Butler to the left wing. Robinson passes to Nunn. A second chance effort. Good on the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Walker. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The Heat trail by 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Nunn, guarded by Walker. Nunn, that's good.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Walker the pass to Smart. Down low, the kick out to Walker. Hayward on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And no good. And we finished 1 half of basketball. It's the Celtics. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime distribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And the shot goes in. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And it's Walker penetrating, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Now that's a nice use of the pull-up J from Walker, catching the D flat-footed and capitalizing on an easy opportunity.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. And has worked on that shot and true set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Both teams will make substitutions. Back to Olynyk, fires the three. Rebound, Boston. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Tatum. Excellent D here by Iguodala. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Hero.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. Tatum's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Iguodala against Tatum. That puts them in the lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Tice. Brown outside. The kick out to Tatum. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat, ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens.
Talk about it in the pregame.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart, the guards. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. And they pick up 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And it's Walker penetrating, and it goes down 2 points.
But Walker has speed to burn, a nightmare keeping him out of the paint.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Nunn. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Walker. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And slam dunk by Tatum. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And Miami shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. That's tipped. Nunn passes to Robinson. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. Nice work on the boards. It's paying off with the basket. And the Heat lead by 1.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Oh, yeah, that is a huge play. It looked like they had to stop until he came to the rescue.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
1:06 left to play here in the fourth. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
The Heat making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and then for Boston. Daniel Tice comes in for Robert Williams. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart.
That and one free throw ups it to a two-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Here's Walker. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. And the Heat call time here. They're in front by 1. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Butler. Again, the miss by the Heat. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaking.
Well, he was the 9th overall pick in the 2010 draft. If it were held again, only a couple guys would be selected ahead of him.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They trail by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Here's Robinson. Outside Dragic. No good from three-point territory. From deep. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.